So computer properties, this is my favorite topic of Vue.js. Inside Vue.js, one of the favorite topics. I like this topic very much. So in this video, what you are going to understand is the basic example, how computer properties are used, what are computer properties, then computing caching versus methods. So let us just quickly get started. So this is our example. We have data section, we have author property, we have in that we have name and books array. So now in template, expressions are very convenient, but they are meant for simple operations. Putting too much logic in your templates can make them bloated and hard to maintain. So for example, if we have an object with a nested array, so if we have object with nested array and we have to check it like this, but greater than 0, that is if the array contains elements, then only rendering yes or else no. So inside template, this gets bloated as it gets bigger, so the logic part gets cluttered up here. Now depending on the author, we have to show different messages, right? So at this point of template, we look at the visualizing. Now what is the solution for this problem? Now this is a problem, first of all, okay guys. I want you to understand that this is a problem, and therefore the solution is computed property. Okay, so the complex logics that includes related data, it is recommended to use a computed property, a property that gets computed over time as soon as anything inside it changes, right? That is all about it. That's a computed property. That's it. It's simple as that. This is the example of it. Inside computer, we write like this. The syntax is we declare computer. Inside we make a object, and whatever we want to make a property, we mention it in method syntax, and we return the value in like this, as you can see. Now here this points to the instance, this component instance, so that we can access the properties here. So inside template, what happens? Magic happens. The solution is very nice. As you can see, we just write please books message. Simply we show the message, right? So in this way, templates look much cleaner, and readability increases, code readability increases, reusability increases, right? Logic is in at one place, and template is in one place, right? That's the main point about computer properties. Now trying to change inside anything, like if the books array gets changed and somehow there are no books for any author, so it is what is going to happen is this is going to recompute. That's why we say computed. This property is going to get recomputed because reactivity is integrated here, and it is going to render here no, right? Because this expression is going to evaluate to no. That's the main point. Now what is this computing caching versus methods? Method, we can also make method, right? Like this, and here it returns. It is same like computed. So what's the difference? Why to use computed properties? Instead, there are methods available. For why, the main question is why. So let us understand first. There is a critical difference between them, between the working. Okay. Method, for if we talk about methods, they are going to get called. The method is going to get called when every time there is a rendering will happen. This method is going to get called. In the case of computed properties, there is no such thing. Whenever the data section of it inside expression changes, then only it is going to get rendered. Till then there is a caching happening, so that's why it saves CPU cycles a lot and increases performance. So let us read here. There is a paragraph that has mentioned this point. We can define, right? So difference is the caching. It will only revert some of when dependencies have changed. This means as long as the books array has not changed, multiple access to return the previously computed result. It is what is going to happen if there are multiple accesses happening in the page. We have used this computed property inside in various sections of the template. Then also is going to return the previously calculated value, right? The immediate return. We have to run the function again. This means following the command will never update, because now this example, this is not going to update, never going to update. Therefore now method invocation will always run. Why do we need caching? Let us understand. Imagine we have an expensive computer property. Now we have an expensive list. So this list is very expensive in terms of logic, which requires looping through huge array and doing lot of computations. Then we may have other properties that in turn depend on this list, right? We may have various properties depending on the list. So without caching, whatever would happen is we would be executing list getter many times than necessary, right? In that case, where do we want cache them, right? Therefore the main point here is, okay, best practices. You can read this section for more understanding and better coding. Okay, so this is all about in this video. Thank you very much.